Hello, welcome to Nana's Journey. Today we are going to do installment 2, part 2 of the Brimming Over quilt. And we're going to start by working with this block here. It's called the wagon wheel. And I've already got all the pieces cut out. I can't give you the cut sizes because it's not my pattern. There are squares into squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. And this is for the centerpiece. And then these will be the 4 other squares. So I've got those cut out. For the flying geese right here on the border, I've got these, I ironed them in half, the squares, and pinned them in place so that I get the placement right, because there's two different ones. And I'm going to try, when I sew, to just fold that over, sew that down, trim it, and then put that back so that I can keep them pinned. So I'm going to hope that works, and we'll see. These are the little squares that will go on each end of the flying geese once we get those put together. And then for this corner right here, I've got 3 solid blocks and then half square triangles. So I've already got these marked, the background's marked for the half square triangles. We've gone over this before. I just take my 1/2-inch ruler and I draw a line on each side and I sew on those lines. You can also draw a line from corner to corner and sew a 1/4 inch on each side of the line, whichever way you want to do it. And then these are the plain blocks for that. So those are the 3 sections. We've got this section, these, and the flying geese that we'll put together. And then we can put the block together. So let's get over to the sewing machine and get that done. Okay, even though this and the others are the same size, I'm going to start with the center square, make it, and make sure I have the sizing correct. Okay, let me get this pressed and trimmed and I'll be right back. Okay, the trick for this one is getting the right colored fabrics in the right spot. But they're made the same way. Okay, let me get these ironed and trimmed, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got all the pieces trimmed, so all the squares in the square are done. Now I'm going to work on this tricky flying geese. I'm going to see if I can do this while keeping them set up. Okay, I've got the backs trimmed, and I'm going to put the green together on. Okay, on the ones with the darker green, I've sewed them towards the, not sewed, pressed them towards the background. So we have one pressed towards the print, one pressed towards the background, so that when I put these together, this seam here will nest. And then this seam will get pressed open. Two of these will get these ends put on. And the other two will be attached to the bigger block. So let me get this pressed and I'll be right back. Okay, I have these all pressed. I need to trim off the threads. This is pressed open and these are pressed to the outside. Now I'm going to work on this other unit. I'm going to start with the half square triangles, sew on the lines, cut in between, press them open, trim them, and then we will add the squares. Okay, let me get those pressed and trimmed and I'll be right back. Okay, this is the unit we're going to make next. I've got these trimmed and pressed to the darker side, and we're going to put these two together and these two together, and we will press towards the teal and then we will put those rows together. Okay, now we're going to put these other two rows together. These go in the middle, and you want to make sure this is not like sideways, because this is going to go, the pink is going to go next to the center, and these tans go next to the pink. And I'm doing it with this side up so that I can cross that intersection point. We have our rows, and let me get those ironed. These will be ironed open because that is a lot of fabric right there. And then I will be right back. Okay, I had totally forgotten that I need to put some rectangles on the ends of these two. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, next we're going to start with our block. The pink goes towards the center, and that gives us our sawtooth star. So now we need to pin these together and then sew them. These are not going to nest because the seams are ironed open, so just pin them as closely as you can. Okay, let me get this ironed, and then we will put on the outsides. Okay, now we're going to take the 2 strips that just have the square on the end, and we are going to put it on the side, to the sides. And see, these 2 match. That's why you wanted to be careful of your placement of your colors, although I suppose you could just make it look scrappy if you wanted. But we're going to pin these on and sew those. And that will get pressed to the outside. Okay, let me get these pressed, and then we will add on the sides that have the rectangle. Okay, there is our block all finished. I've always liked the design of this star. I'm glad I finally got to make one. There's 2 flowers left to applique and then putting it all together, and we will do that next time. So I want to thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you next time on Nana's Journey.